Hey guys, I'm back. It's spring break, so I'm going to be trying to record on spring break and weekends now, and I am going to start writing scripts, so these are a little more scripted, but this is just a new series I want to start. It's called Hot Takes. I might call it, I was going to say Hot Topics, but I don't want to sound like a emo store, so it's just going to be called, Hot Takes. I'll get some people on soon, but here's my first hot take. Zion Williamson is an extremely raw prospect. That's already obvious, but I want to say that guys like Taco Fall, Cam Reddish, maybe RJ Barrett, I don't know, Nasir Little, definitely John Morant. John Morant's my definite one. I'd say they're all more ready to be NBA players. They're more polished, have more of an NBA game. Now, don't take this as I hate Zion Williamson. I don't want to see him succeed. Zion Williamson is going to be an all-star, all-NBA, MVP type caliber player. He's just very raw. He has a lot of things that need some polish. Zion Williamson is an amazing player. He can drive down the court, dunk on your head, pop a three on you. He can do anything. He just needs a little bit of NBA polish, maybe. Become more of a screen setter and a roller instead of a guy that is going to be a first option. Because let's say... Here, let's exercise the first three teams that could pick for him. 1, the Hawks. The Hawks already have a ball handler and kind of a role guy in Trae Young and John Collins. Now, John Collins can move to center and have Zion play a power forward, which probably, if I was the Hawks, what I'd do. But that's already a pretty good pick-and-roll tandem with Collins and Young. And Zion's such a good talent that he doesn't need to be a guy who just stands in the corner, gets the ball, pop a three, or drive. He needs the ball in his hand to be amazing, which is what he's going to get probably where he goes, wherever. The second team is the Suns, and here's another little hot take. The Suns should not take Zion Williamson. The Suns need a point guard. They have Tyler Johnson, who's, I believe, on an expiring contract, or maybe a 2-year contract, and he's a very, very good point guard. He could be the backup point guard for them. And they have Eli Okobo and D'Anthony Melton. I'm not really confident that at this point in their career, either of those two are very competent NBA players. So I believe that you should go, you probably all know where I'm heading, they should take Murray State point guard, NCAA tournament god himself, John Morant. He's a very, very, very polished prospect. He does a lot of things. He can pass, he can rebound, he can shoot decently well. He reminds me kind of I'm going to get so much hate for saying this. A lot of people don't like him, and a lot of people are going to hate that I'm comparing one of their favorite college players to this guy. He kind of reminds me of a Brandon Jennings type. Now, a lot of people did like Brandon Jennings, especially because of how good he was in 2K13. Everybody pick him on their online leagues. But other people don't like Brandon Jennings for some reason. And John Morant really does remind me of a Brandon Jennings, and he could easily be a Brandon Jennings type player. Now, I had a point, and I'm kind of just rambling on right now about this. And the third team, the team that probably will get the first pick, is the New York Knicks. Now, the Knicks should take Zion Williamson, frankly. If I'm the Knicks, I don't sign Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant this offseason. I don't. I go for a guy like Jimmy Butler. Think about it. You can have a starting lineup of Dennis Smith, Jimmy Butler, Knox, Zion, and Mitchell Robinson. That is going to help you grow for the future. You're signing Kyrie, who's 26, he's young. But can Kyrie really lead a team to a championship? He's never done it. Never even led him to a finals appearance. Quite frankly, he had LeBron and Kevin Love. And Kevin Durant is an amazing, sensational player. Led his team to a finals with Russell and Harden in 2012. But Kevin Durant is also 30 years old. And he is getting older. He's still one of the best players in the NBA. But how much longer is Kevin Durant going to be on his peak? We saw LeBron James, like it or not, kind of fell down this year. He's still one of the top 5 best players in the NBA. But he had his most down season since 2004, I'd say. How much longer does Kevin Durant be on that ceiling? Till he's 33, till he's 35, you don't know. But if you're the Knicks, it's not really a smart-term investment. You have 19-year-old Kevin Knox. Don't risk Kevin Knox getting upset with the organization by signing Kevin Durant and benching Knox. Play Knox. Play Mitchell Robinson. Play Damian Dotson, Alonzo Trier. Play your young guys, develop them. Zion is going to be an amazing guy, but he is raw. He is going to take 2-3 years to become a sensational player, and I might be wrong, but he really reminds me of players like Tracy McGrady, Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, even to an extent guys that are like Dwight Howard even. Guys, and I know they all came out of high school, but you can find some guys from college that were extremely raw coming into the league. Like Draymond Green. They're in different realms, as Draymond Green was the second overall pick and came off the bench, and Zion will be a star player. But Zion is a very, very raw, unpolished type of guy. And if you take raw players, it doesn't always become bad. You take the first category of raw players, guys like Kobe, Garnett, Dwight Howard, Tracy McGrady, and even Joel Embiid, who was extremely raw coming out of Kansas. And they all become superstars. Then you have the middle category. Guys like Shane Battier, Bruce Bowen, James Jones. Guys who become amazing, amazing role players. And I'm not saying Zion's going to be a role player. Zion's going to be a star. I put Zion in this first category. But when you look at an extremely raw prospect, it can go into any of three ways. It can go superstar, amazing role player, and you can also be a guy like Stanley Johnson, Anthony Bennett, even to an extent, a guy like Cody Zeller or Alex Len, who are extremely, extremely raw and end up just not having a great career. Another guy is Dragon Bender or Marquise Chris. A lot of guys that the Suns had. That might be a problem for the Suns developing Ja Morant. Maybe that's the problem with why the Suns aren't good. They've had so many top 5 picks. Booker wasn't a top 5 pick. Here, they had so many lottery picks recently. They have Booker, who developed amazingly. He just dropped 60 last night. They have Alex Len, Josh Jackson. I believe TJ Warren was also a lottery pick out of NC State. Dragan. Marquise Chris was a lottery pick. I believe they traded Papa Giannis for him. And they just have so many guys that they haven't been able to greatly develop. And it's just the thing. And I know I said Taco Fall at the beginning of this, and Taco Fall is also extremely raw. But Taco Fall, I'd say, is a better defensive player than Zion Williamson. And you're going to be like, yeah, because he's 6 foot tall. Or he's like 7'6". I didn't mean to say 6 foot, everybody's 6 foot. He's like 7'6". I'm like, yeah. So, Taco Fall is an amazing player. Taco Fall will be an late first, early second round pick. Quote me on that. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Hot Takes. I'm your host, Ryan Fink. I will catch you guys later. Peace.